Did you know that gut microbiota, those little microbes that normally live in our intestine, play key roles in how our bodies function? Did you know that beneficial microbes in your gut play a key role in protecting the inner lining of your intestinal tract, known as the gut mucosa? Did you also know that the gut is one of the most affected organs in people living with HIV? HIV used to mean a much shorter lifespan, but because of antiretroviral therapy, ART, it is now possible to live a long life with HIV. But there is still a higher risk of developing other health issues compared to people without HIV because of persistent levels of inflammation. Where does this inflammation come from? Well, different microbes in your gut can prevent or worsen HIV-induced inflammation, and the gut mucosa plays a key role. During the early phases of having HIV, there can be tissue damage to the mucosa of the gut, which becomes leaky. This condition is called leaky gut, and it could lead to bloating, gas, cramps, food sensitivities, aches, and pains. Even if you are taking antiretroviral therapy, ART, this leaky gut cannot be repaired and persists after decades of ART. Gut microbes play key roles in protecting the gut mucosa, preventing leaky gut. Lack of beneficial microbes increases the risk of gut diseases. It is important to note that people living with HIV, even those on ART, have less beneficial microbes in their gut than people without HIV. So understanding the role of the gut to reduce this persistent inflammation is important for overall health. We're a team of researchers in Canada developing clinical trials targeting the gut mucosa and microbiota in order to decrease inflammation in ART-treated people living with HIV, and testing treatments to help reduce leaky gut and heal the mucosa. This idea isn't new, but applying it to HIV is. One of the best ways of modifying the microbiota is by fecal microbiota transplantation, or FMT. What is FMT? It's transferring part of a healthy donor microbiota to the gut of a recipient that could use some help. It's essentially a stool transplant. Sometimes this is done through a colonoscopy or endoscopy, but it can also be done through capsules taken like pills. The capsules contain donor stool that has gone through a rigorous process before being approved to use, including being tested for things like harmful bacteria, parasites, and common pathogens. FMT is already authorized by Health Canada to treat some types of infection, and now we're setting out to discover if it may be helpful for people living with HIV by helping to prevent further damage to the gut, or helping heal existing damage. In the Gutsy study, we will try to help repair the gut mucosa and decrease inflammation with FMT capsules in ART-treated people living with HIV. What makes this study unique is 1. A bowel cleanse where medication causes frequent bowel movements the day before the FMT to increase the efficiency of the transplant. 2. A high dose of FMT, 30 to 40 capsules, so as many helpful microbes as possible are finding their way to the gut. 3. Donors and recipients are from the same country. So, how do we know if this approach works? Well, there is a placebo group in the study that won't get the FMT. That will help us figure out what changes are because of the FMT. We've started our research to explore if FMT could be a new tool to help reduce inflammation and improve gut health in those living with HIV. If you are interested in exploring with us and taking part in our study, or learning more, please contact our team at McGill University Health Centre in Montreal, carolina.barini@muhc.mcgill.ca, stefan.isnard@mail.mcgill.ca.